Back tonight here on In Focus, more truck associations will partake in an inter-ministerial meeting in a bid to resolve issues affecting the sector. It comes after the drivers blocked the N3 highway on Thursday over the employment of foreign nationals in the sector, leading to numerous arrests on economic sabotage charges. Joining us now to give us their perspective on the impasse is the United Truck Drivers Association of South Africa's national spokesperson, Phillip Mukwande. Phillip, good evening, and thank you very much for your time and for joining us on In Focus tonight. We just got the latest statement from the department saying that we will be getting an update from the inter-ministerial committee led by Ministers of Employment, Home Affairs, Transport, and Police tomorrow on the outcomes of what came out today in the engagements. Were you part of those engagements? Were you invited at all?
Good evening, Chabo. It's unfortunate that we were not engaged and we were not even consulted. It's also very difficult when it comes to engaging the South African ministers, the Minister of Transport, the Minister of Police, Home Affairs. It looks like they have got their own side. They have the other side that they want to listen to, instead of including everybody or to call everybody on board. They are only taking one side, which is so difficult, and it becomes difficult for all the drivers who are working in South Africa, irrespective of their nationality, their race or color.
Yeah. Now, it has previously been thrown particularly at the drivers that you represent, which are foreign drivers, that there are numerous companies who use or who are hiring foreign truck drivers just to exploit them. They engage with them in a manner that is exploitative. How do you respond to that?
Point of correction, Tabo. We're not representing foreign national drivers. We are representing drivers who are working in South Africa, irrespective of their color, race, or nationality. Look here, we have got a collective selection of drivers. We have got coloreds, Indians, black Africans, whites. We represent what we call truck drivers. Yeah. So for us to be called as or to be given a name to say we represent foreign national drivers, it's wrong. Yeah. We are taking everybody on board.
You do have foreign national drivers as part of your membership, though, right?
We have got everyone on board. Yeah. It's not only foreign.
Absolutely. I take that. But I'm saying there is a component of your membership that constitutes foreign drivers. As much as you take everyone, as you put it, coloreds and Indians and blacks and all united, you're called united because the reason why you're called united is that you take all in, including that component of foreign drivers.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
We do have foreign nationals. Like myself, I'm not from South Africa. Yeah. Right. I am we started this thing when we realized that it's getting out of hand. The situation itself wasn't good enough for any other driver, irrespective of where they come from. Yeah. But now, if you look at it very closely, the most affected are foreigners. Mm. Yeah, and again, if you take a closer look, it wasn't only affecting foreigners, or it is not only affecting foreigners, it is also affecting the locals. Because if they shoot at a driver or if they ban a truck, they don't even know who is in that truck. Mm. You're only shooting at a driver who is driving, who is supposed to deliver a load to a certain place or to a certain company or to a certain warehouse, whereby tomorrow it will benefit South Africa, it will be benefiting the government of South Africa, it will be benefiting South Africa as a nation. So we realize that we need to act, and we need to act swiftly. We need to sit down with the authorities and see how best we can come up with a solution that will solve, or that will come up come out with the results. By the end of the day, we need to feed families. We need to have a peaceful South Africa. We need to have peaceful roads. We don't need to be barbaric when it comes to all these things.
Yeah. What is the United Truckers Association's view of ATDF's accusations that foreign truck drivers are using fake permits and licenses and driving without work permits?
Okay, Tabo, I'm not laughing at your question. In fact, I myself, personally, I consulted Sipho Zungu when he started ATDF. I called him, I remember I was in Kasumbalesa, DRC. We were trying to engage them so that we come up with viable solutions. We come up with what is right on the ground rather than speculations. We don't want to deal with people who are speculating that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 when they can't find hard facts to prove that. Look here, we are dealing with 2 different or 3 or 4 different government authorities who issue different driver's licenses, right? They can't say that this is a fake license, this is an original license, when they don't have anybody from the other part of the government to say, okay, this is what we issue or this is what we don't. Look here, I tried several times also to engage Sifiso Nyati.
Yes.
They've been referring me to a lady called Lebo. When I tried to talk to Lebo, Lebo said, no, I'm going to talk to the ATDF leadership. So if they want to know much about genuine licenses, genuine passports, authentic driving documents for Zimbabwe, Zambia, they should engage Zambians, they should engage Zimbabweans, they should engage Mozambicans. Remember, we are into this industry together. We are here to build, not to destroy. That's what we are here to do. So by the end of the day, I expect my fellow brothers, before they accuse us, they should consult us. Because we have tried to call for engagement, but they haven't given us space to do that. And we are still expecting them to do that, to respond to our emails. I'm expecting Sifiso Nyati to come back to me because I've sent him WhatsApp messages. I've called him. I have spoken to Lebo. Lebo never came back to me again. I believe Lebo she's a lawyer for ATDF or something, so, or the advisor. Yeah. So I'm still waiting for them to come back to us and say, okay, gentlemen, we are now ready to sit down with you. That's what I'm expecting. Instead, I can't throw tantrums at them and say they are doing anything wrong or what. But what I want, or what we want as an association, is to sit down, map the way forward that each and every truck driver in South Africa who enjoy driving in South African roads. Remember, we have to include our sister companies in other countries. We have to include the business people in countries, the mining industries in both ends.
Yeah. What do you make of the previous agreement, which I'm sure now has been kicked out, and there'll probably be something new that will come out from the engagements that happened this weekend. But part of what was suggested in the previous engagement was, one, barring foreign nationals from driving a South African registered truck using a foreign professional driving permit, saying this would come into effect pending the readiness of relevant legislation, but also saying they're going to strengthen the process of validation and verification of immigration documents and work permits and foreign driver's licenses, but also operator cards that will come into effect and so forth. Things like that. What did you make of that agreement?
Tabo, it's what you're saying here is like you make an agreement with people who are not in the industry. Let me just tell you something. 60% of transport operators in South Africa, 60%, they are foreign nationals. The owners themselves, they are not South Africans, right? So we need to sit down and see where the problem is, instead of coming with accusations, or instead of creating a monster that will eat you again. You get what I'm saying? If you look at it very closely right now, how many companies are closing? Because people are scared of losing their lives. Even owners themselves, they are scared. They don't know what to do because they are not consulted. You cannot consult a bunch of 3 people, then you say you have consulted consulted the whole business fraternity or the whole transport sector when you are actually talking to your neighbor.
Yeah. So you're saying 60% of the trucking business would not agree with these kind of arrangements or these proposals?
Definitely. Why I'm saying this is because after we registered, we have been trying to talk to employers. We are not fighting employers. We are not fighting our brothers, but we want to find solutions. We want to get hold of where the problem is coming from. And when you realize where the problem is coming from, automatically you have to deal with the problem. From what I know, or from what we stand for peace. Then, if we stand for peace and negotiations, it means we have to negotiate with the owners. We need to negotiate with the transporters. We can't just be looking at drivers only, right? So, in that sense, you find out that we have got brothers who have trucks who originates from DRC, and the trucks are registered in South Africa. Then by the end of the day, you tell him, no, we don't want foreigners to drive our trucks. Do you think that guy is going to keep the trucks here in South Africa, or he's going to move?
Yeah.
He is going to move, definitely. And so, it's not only affecting me as a foreigner, it's now affecting the finances of South Africa, the economy of South Africa. It's now affecting the business sector of South Africa as well.
Yeah. So what do you think would be a lasting solution then to this challenge?
Right. Lasting solution. If you are in a community like the transport sector, the problem here, they are calling shots and saying the problem is foreigners. Why can't they consult the foreigners? We are here, we are ready to talk, we are ready to sit down with everybody involved and see if we can get solutions. We can't just get solutions on our own as foreigners, or we can't get solutions out of having only South Africans complaining that foreigners are taking our jobs. No, we can only have solutions when everybody sits down and say, okay, this is our problem. What do we do? How best can we get results here? Then that's what we call teamwork. I don't know if I'm wrong, but I'm sure if we sit down, the ATDF, UTDA, everybody on board, we see what we can do, we can come out with.
All right, Phillip, appreciate your time. Thanks for coming on. Phillip Mukwande, he speaks for the United Truck Drivers Association of South Africa.